Throughout this health journey, it's not just a weight loss journey, it's a health journey, right? We have been approaching it in a holistic sense. We are not just doing dieting or just doing fasting or just exercising, right? We are doing multitude of things, approaching health journey and weight loss through different angles. That's the most important thing. Mind body connection and mind body medicine, mind body practices. That's where the real victories are, and that's what makes this sustainable and scalable and more likely to have a long-term impact and more likely to stick as a lifestyle change for the good, right? So when we talk about that, there's one glaring aspect, which is sleep. I've not been focusing on improving my sleep patterns, improving my sleep habits, and improving my quality of my sleep over so many years. So I decided to take a hold of that and take this as an opportunity, these vlogs as an opportunity to get into it and share with you all what I learned, mistakes that I make and the lessons I learned and the techniques that are starting to click and work for me. Over the last few days, I've been watching some videos by Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, who I follow for various health stuff. Very inspiring doctor who also loves to talk about holistic health, mind, body health, and holistic health, which is always something I want to follow. And I've been looking at some of his videos and taking some notes, especially videos that talk about sleep and importance of sleep and techniques for good sleep, right? And I crunched them down to about 6 ideas. I'm going to share them with you right now. Yeah, so these are the 6 ideas or six techniques that he recommends over quite a few videos. And also I'm going to be linking these videos in the description, so check them out. Definitely check them out. Follow Dr. Rangan Chatterjee. Maybe even buy his books. I haven't bought or read his books yet. I'm planning to do that soon, and I'll share insights from those as well. But let's go over these ideas real quick. So the first one is, when you wake up, like we would think, at least I used to think, to have a good quality sleep, what's important is what we do or don't do, a few hours before bed. But Dr. Chatterjee talks about how important it is to do something right after waking up in the morning, which is expose yourself to natural light as much as you can in the morning right after you wake up. Because what he says, now, like, definitely watch his videos for more expert opinion, but I'm trying to talk about what I understood. He says the differential, like our body needs that differential of the light that it receives, natural light that it sees, between the morning and night. So only if there's a big difference would it start getting trained to do the right things to ensure a good sleep in the evening, right? So that means essentially when you wake up, get a lot of natural light that like I'm getting right now, even though it's evening. I'm looking at the sunset, but yeah, you get a lot of light in the morning, and blue light, the kind of light that's really visible in the morning, and then towards the night, dim your lights, and don't look at the screens, which again, other things that we'll talk about later on in this list. But that would basically ensure that your circadian rhythm and your body basically gets trained and becomes more advanced to send the right messages and send the right signals to the rest of the body to sort of go into a restful sleep state. So that was a cool thing. And I've been doing this already because because of this little guy, right? I've been taking him for a walk right after I wake up. So if you're doing something like that, if you have a dog, or if you're on your own, just go for a walk in the morning, 10 to 20 minutes right after waking up. If it's winter, maybe sit near the window or something and get some, sunlight on your system, right? Uh, it's a very unlikely thing that I never thought about, and it's good to know that that's very important. So we already do that. We don't have to track that, but you can if you want. Let's look at the second item, uh, caffeine. So caffeine does have an impact on your sleep cycles. So he suggests, have caffeine in the morning. Don't try not to have it afternoon. Um, but the crux of the thing is, try to finish all your caffeine intake as early as you can. For my case, because I do have a coffee shot in the morning, I do like to have one more shot of coffee as a Madras filter coffee or some form, a little bit after lunch, usually at 3 o'clock. But I'm going to start limiting that to 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's my hard limit for caffeine moving forward. So that's a practice that I'm gonna follow. I'm not going to track it at the moment. I'm just going to try and follow that. If I see that I'm slipping, I'll probably start tracking that as well. We don't want to track too many things, so I'm trying to limit that. Let's look at the third item on the list. Exercise early. So exercise before 6 p.m. That's practical for me because I usually don't like exercising early in the morning right after waking up, because I find that I feel very, very tired by the end of the day if I do that. For me, it's practical to exercise after work. So that's what I'm going to try and do, is try and finish my exercise before 6 p.m. as much as possible. I'm not going to track this one as well. And the reason he's saying this is if you exercise very late at night, it's going to increase your heart rate and you're going to find it difficult to fall asleep, right? So that's why we don't want to exercise too late at night. And as you saw in our previous videos, there have been nights where I've exercised really late, sometimes at 12 at night, right? Or even finish an exercise at 1 because I couldn't get to it before that. The good thing was we finished our exercise, we got that in, but the bad thing was the sleep got affected. And definitely watch the videos that I'm gonna link, where Dr. Rangan talks about the importance of sleep and how crucial it is in health overall, and preventing diseases and preventing all sorts of bad things happening to you. So definitely watch those to really realize how important sleep is. Watching those actually made me make this list and make me want to actually track that. And number 4, finish dinner at about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, right? And this is a no-brainer. We have heard people talk about that, and Dr. Rangan talks about why this is important. But just to, in a nutshell, if you eat too late, like all sorts of things happen in the body that's going to disturb the sleeping cycle. That's going to not let your body focus on getting rest, but rather focus on digestion. That's one of the things. And the other important thing is blood sugar spikes. So if you have a sweet snack or something sweet or very carb heavy at night, you're going to get a blood sugar spike. And probably when you're sleeping, during your sleep, the blood sugar spike is going to crash, and that's going to send a stress response to your body, and you might wake up, right? I've been guilty of waking up many nights at around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and Dr. Rangan says that's one of the reasons why that might be, because of a heavy dinner, or like a carb heavy or sugar heavy dinner late at night. So because we have been tracking and doing intermittent fasting, 16/8 in my case, we have been finishing dinner by 8 o'clock. So that's well before bedtime. I'm gonna set my bedtime as 11 p.m. So I think we're good. So because we're already tracking that as part of intermittent fasting, I'm not gonna track that, but I'm gonna continue doing that, right? So that's a check for that item. The last two item number 5 and item number 6, they're considered as, we can consider them in one bracket as bedtime routines. So let's talk about number 6 first, actually, before number 5. Number 6 is No Tech 90. He calls it No Tech 90. And what that is turn off all screens and all, essentially screens 90 minutes before bedtime. So because my bedtime I'm going to set as 11 p.m. Starting from 9:30 p.m. I'm going to try my best to not look at any screens, no laptops, no tablets, no video games. That's going to be a hard one for me. And no smartphones, no TV as well. So I'm going to start practicing that starting today. And that might mean, I need to make some changes to my habits, including, updating and putting together these vlog videos. So I might need to switch my timing around for that a little bit, which I'll figure out. But yeah, again, with any habit, right? We'll have to figure out any new habit. We'll have to figure out. We'll have to make some changes here and there. But after watching his videos, I can see how important sleep is. So any changes that we make are worth it. Are worth it. So yeah, that's the No Tech 90. And as part of that, the important thing is dim the lights. During that time, the 90 minutes. Don't use like white light. Don't use bright lights. Dim your lights in your bedroom, in the bathroom, wherever you can. Don't expose yourself to bright lights, because that doesn't defeats the purpose. And also, if you have to use lights like a reading light or and reading is okay, reading light or a night lamp, try to use amber or red colors, because those are apparently proven to not interfere with the circadian rhythm. So yeah, that's going to be my No Tech 90, and I am going to be tracking that in HabitShare from here on. So what I would do is just before that 9:30 mark, I would just go and say yes or no, I'm not going to do it in HabitShare, and that way I'm going to track that habit. And number 5 is, doctor says, if your mind is very active during this 90 minutes, if it's really racing here and there and you want it to relax, a great way to do it is just take a notebook and just write 3 things that you're thankful for. You don't have to call it a gratitude journal. It can be a piece of paper, tissue paper, whatever, just something analog. Just write 3 things with your hands using a pen or a pencil about what you're thankful for, either thankful for the day or in general, whatever, right? Just because apparently what that does, it really calms you down, relaxes your mind from the inside out, right? And again, with any of these things, they're all practices. There's going to be up days and down days. It's about being consistent and just keeping at it and trusting the process. So I'm going to trust the process, and I'm going to just jump into these, and I'm going to track them, and I'm going to update everyone in all the vlog videos moving forward about how these are going. And additionally to all of these, I'm also going to try out a couple of apps on my phone to track my sleep, because tracking is important. Progress tracking, in my opinion, is very important. Otherwise, how would you know if you're getting better, or if you're getting results or not, or if you're reaching your goals or not? For a subject like sleep quality, it's tough to track that, right? Without like one metric is how you feel. Do you feel refreshed in the morning? That's one metric, but other metrics are important. It's like so that's why I'm gonna be trying out a few different sleep tracker apps, and I'll see what works for me. And once I find a technique that works properly, I will make a video about that. And the other reason I want to focus on sleep and improving the quality of sleep is because I've been known to snore a lot, and that spoils my wife's sleep quality. which is so important for both of us to have good sleep, right? So this is a step towards making that better. And if I have to get myself checked, even after following this for a while, if I'm still snoring, I'll be doing that, right? Because sleep is very important for everyone in the family. And I hope this has been helpful to you in some way or the other. But I just wanted to update this. Thanks for watching.